We are almost end of this series. In this episode, let's talk about job scheduling, monitoring, security, and governance. So we have already covered database architecture, Spark basis, Delta Lake, One Silver Gold, incremental load performance. We have built multiple pipeline, also created multiple notebooks. Um, that was the development part. And actual real world, we have to schedule those work in to in runtime. So in this video, and then also once data is uploaded, updated in actual database, we have to provide the appropriate access to appropriate people. So that is what we are going to cover in this particular video. So how to schedule those notebook and how to give the access to appropriate people is something we are going to talk about, right? So now when you're talking about the scheduling, so we are going to see briefly how this is going to work on Databricks. So when we talk about the jobs and notebooks, so jobs and notebooks are two different thing. So notebook is basically a development environment like everything a data engineer will write the code right there, save the code there, and once his code is there, maybe some administrator or by himself he need to schedule those notebook to run by the job. And there is one small picture. We can add multiple notebook, appropriately, or we can add more, not only the notebook but also some other flow diagram right there. And we can schedule those an appropriate time, like when a user wants to see those data. Based on that, can schedule the result. So let me quickly go and show you how actually mm, uh, that happen in Databricks environment. So I am here in Databricks. There is, if you see all the way left, go all the way down, a little bit down, there is data ingestion, and from the next to that, there is a run tab. With that run, we can create all type of schedule, jobs and pipeline right here. So we have three options: ingestion pipeline, ETL pipeline, and jobs to orchestrate notebook pipeline and queries. So let's create some test job. Let me hit notebook and let me add. I'm gonna find some of the notebook that we have already created. Let's see. I think we recently created this incremental load and CDC. Let me select that one and click confirm. And I'm gonna name that age CDC, something like this. There's the task name, right? And what I could do, this the notebook was selected. Compute. If you have more than one compute, you select that compute, production compute or whatever. You can add the parameter if you want to have like a different environment and div, UAT, and production. You can add the notification for the job failure or a success from here as well. Let me create that one, that tags. What I can do is I can add some more ETL pipeline notebook or add the SQL query or some other stuff as well. Like if else, if that happened, then we can do something. Otherwise, that the many thing we can orchestrate right there, just like a SSIS control for tax, right? So now I'm gonna add one more notebook and nothing else but the notebook. And then I'm going to select the notebook from my path as well again, like I had done earlier. I'm going to select this time, I'm going to select bronze, silver, and gold notebook, right? This is just for example. Right. I type that. Again, I have to select appropriately these things, add a parameter appropriately, and things like that. I'm gonna create these again now. If there is any other stuff, I can add that. Otherwise, I think if I'm good with these two, I'm not gonna adding anything else. I'm good with these two tab. What next was I'm gonna come back here and schedule that trigger. So I click the scheduler trigger, click on schedule. I'm gonna schedule maybe one every hour, let's say, and for I can start from this time, and then I can hit save. or if there is anything else in parameter section. Okay, job parameter, we can add, environmental parameter and things like that. In actual, the compute, we can change it, we can swipe it. I have only one computer this time. And tag, we can do those notification. We can add more notification if when the process happen, error happen or failure happen, things like that, and so on and so forth. There are advanced setting option as well. So this is how we can schedule a job basically, right? And the good thing is you can run this job right now, or you can run it for later as well if you want to. So basically, we have schedule is already scheduled on this every hour. You start from this time. Mm, so I can run it now, or we can keep it on schedule. That is about the jobs and pipeline. You can do a lot of many things, but this is just I wanted to share high level how it looks like. Okay, this is about the jobs on Databricks. Now let's jump into the security and governance, right? Security and governance. How we can provide or keep the system secured, and how we can do appropriate governance. In enterprise level, in enterprise, actual access control, auditability, lineage, and data ownership are really important thing. So in order to do those access control, accountability, lineage, data ownership, there is one place up, which is called Unity Catalog. So next, I'm going to show you a Unity Catalog. That will as a part of the security and governance. Unity Catalog will provide centralized access control, auditing feature, end-to-end lineage, and things like that. And with the help of the Unity Catalog, governments will be centralized, policies are consistent, access will be enforced, users don't access data directly. So the Unity Catalog will do all of those things. So basically, so we can do the access control, governance control, policy enforcement through the Unity catalog. Again, access control for the user management, access control, user management, and things it can do through the Unity catalog, right? And if you already know, if you are familiar with this, SQL process, we can do those using these grant select grant privilege SQL code, just like that. But also we can do through the UI as well. So I'm going to quickly visit how we can do those through the UI. So for that, I'm going to click on catalog. So catalog will have all this kind of those catalog workspace by default, system catalog, and there is a multiple databases or catalog I have created. So in order to give appropriate permission, what we can do is, let's say, let me click on prod catalog or database, right? And then right here, I can click on permission. So we can set up the permission. We can grant the permission from here is database level. Also, we can do this permission on lower level. Let's say, for example, for loan database in DBO, we can do the permission on schema level as well. The permission schema level, as well as we can do the permission on table level as well. For table level and view level, right? So there is a um, multiple ways way we can set up the permission, do the permission, the set grant, and what you want to do to apply the permission for that. I think most importantly, what we need to do is we probably need to create some groups before we give the permission. Like you can go to a profile, click on setting, and then what you need to do right here is you probably click the identity and access, and then we can manage users, group, security principal right here. Let me click on groups. Let's say we have data engineer, like 10 people, then data engineer, 10 of data analyst, and a couple of manager. They should see, separately. Data engineer should be able to see all the pipelines in notebooks, but data analyst just maybe want to see the final table or views only, right? For that, you can create the group right here, and then you can go back to the catalog again right here and go to schema level, and then add those permission, right here. Create the select the account, like those group right here, and then give them a read or write, or you can do those through the a assessment. So this is not to deep dive actual how it's in catalog permission things, but I try to share how permission works in Databricks. I think this makes sense, and that is all I wanted to cover. Again, Unity Catalog is the one place where we manage access control, we manage governments, we manage policies, and everything. That is what Unity Catalog is for. So, in this series, what we covered was we briefly talk about job and scheduling, and we talked about the security through the Unity catalog. With this episode, we have completed the full Databricks journey from Databricks why Databricks exists. So we started from that question, why Databricks exists, to create the all pipeline, safety, reliability in production environment, right? And end with the jobs and scheduling and security. If you are a SQL Server SSIS engineer moving into Databricks, I think you now understand a little clear how Databricks really works, and also how it operates in enterprise level. Thank you. Thank you for following this series. I know it's quite long journey, but I hope it all makes sense for you guys. Bye for now.